Ramadan is a special month for Muslims around the world. It is a time of fasting, prayer, and self-reflection. However, in today's world, social media has changed the way people experience and share their Ramadan journey. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube have become a big part of how Muslims show and discuss their religious practices.
In this video, we look at how social media influences Ramadan, the good and bad sides of sharing religious experiences online, and what it means for spirituality in the digital era. If you like this video, please like and share, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You can also help me out monetarily via PayPal or Patreon. Thank you so much for your monetary support.
Since this decade, social media has become a major part of religious life, and Ramadan is one of the most talked about Islamic events online. Hashtags like Ramadan Mubarak, Ramadan goals, and fasting life bring millions of posts where people share their suhoor, pre-dawn meal, iftar, breaking fast, Quran readings, and charity work. Many influencers, religious leaders, and regular Muslims post about their Ramadan experiences, creating an online space where Muslims from different parts of the world connect and learn from one another. This shift to digital Ramadan is not necessarily bad. Social media helps people feel part of a larger global Muslim community. It allows them to learn about different traditions, get religious guidance, and engage in discussions about faith. However, displaying religious practices online can also bring up concerns about authenticity and whether people are practicing religion for themselves or for public attention.
This is called performative piety. Performative piety is when people display religious actions in public, sometimes more for social approval than for personal faith.
This is not a new idea. People have always prayed in public, given charity openly, and attended religious gatherings. However, social media makes these actions more visible and raises questions about sincerity. Islam teaches that sincerity, ikhlas, is important in worship. The Quran warns against showing off, riya, in religious acts, as the real reward comes from doing things for God, not for others. Prophet Muhammad also reminded people not to seek validation from others in their religious practice. In a world where social media rewards likes and engagement, it can be hard to tell if people are sharing their Ramadan moments for spiritual reasons or for online approval. Social media is built on engagement. More likes, comments, and shares mean more visibility. This can lead people to share religious content in a way that seeks approval rather than focusing on personal faith. For example, posting beautifully arranged iftar meals, professional-looking Quran recitations, or charity work might sometimes feel more like a performance than a private act of devotion.
For Muslim influencers and content creators, this becomes even more complicated. Many influencers use their platforms to spread Islamic knowledge, inspire others to practice their faith, and challenge negative stereotypes about Islam.
While this is valuable, the pressure to maintain an image of religious perfection can be overwhelming. It can create a situation where faith is more about producing content than about personal spirituality. The pressure to display religious devotion online can affect people in different ways. Seeing perfect images of Ramadan on social media can make some people feel like they are not doing enough. If someone struggles with fasting, praying regularly, or feeling connected to God, they might feel discouraged when they compare themselves to seemingly perfect Muslims online. Instead of feeling motivated, they may feel guilty or anxious about their own religious journey. Social media also tends to show only the good moments, leaving out the struggles. People rarely post about their challenges with fasting, their moments of doubt, or the difficulty of staying consistent in worship. This creates an unrealistic image of what faith looks like, making others feel like they are not good enough. Another important aspect of Ramadan on social media is commercialization. Many brands and influencers use this holy month as an opportunity to sell products, whether it is modest fashion, Islamic books, or special Ramadan meal kits. While some of these promotions align with the spirit of Ramadan, others can feel like they exploit religious sentiment for profit. This raises ethical questions about how faith is being used as a marketing tool and whether it shifts the focus of Ramadan away from spiritual growth.
In this regard, religious leaders and scholars play a significant role in shaping how Ramadan is discussed online.
Some scholars use social media to educate followers about the importance of sincerity, avoiding excess consumerism, and staying focused on worship. However, there are also debates about how religious authority functions in the digital space. With so many voices sharing interpretations of Islamic teachings, it can sometimes be difficult to distinguish between authentic religious guidance and personal opinions. This makes it important for Muslims to critically assess the sources they follow online. To make Ramadan more meaningful in the digital era, practicing digital mindfulness is essential. This means being aware of how social media affects our spirituality and setting boundaries to avoid distractions. Some ways to practice digital mindfulness during Ramadan include setting specific times for social media use, following accounts that inspire genuine faith, and engaging with online content in a way that deepens personal spirituality rather than creating comparison or pressure.
So, how can Muslims use social media during Ramadan in a way that feels real and meaningful?
The key is to be mindful and focus on personal spirituality rather than seeking approval. Here are some practical tips for us. We should check our intentions. Before posting, ask ourselves, am I sharing this to inspire and connect, or am I looking for validation? Regular self-reflection can help maintain sincerity in online religious expressions. We can also limit social media use. Cutting down social media time during Ramadan can help us focus more on worship and personal growth. Some people even take a break from social media as part of their spiritual discipline. We should keep some worship private. Islam encourages private acts of devotion. Doing things like giving charity anonymously or praying without posting about it can help balance public and personal spirituality. We are supposed to share authentically. If we do choose to post, try to be honest. Sharing both struggles and successes can make social media a more realistic and supportive space. We encourage meaningful conversations. Instead of focusing on perfect pictures, we engage in real discussions about faith, spirituality, and personal growth. This makes online interactions more valuable. Ramadan is not just about individual worship, it is also about community. In the past, people experienced Ramadan mostly through their families, local mosques, and neighbors. Today, the digital world has expanded that community, but it should not replace real-life connections. Meeting in person for iftar, joining local charity efforts, or attending mosque prayers can help create a more meaningful Ramadan experience. Social media should be a tool for connection, not a replacement for real-life interactions. Rather than avoiding social media completely, the goal should be to use it in a balanced way. Sharing Ramadan experiences online can be positive when done with the right intentions. Instead of focusing on aesthetics or competition, social media can be used to inspire kindness, promote charity, and support others in their spiritual journey.
At the same time, it is important to recognize that not everything needs to be shared. Ramadan is a personal journey, and the most meaningful acts of worship are ones done in private, away from the eyes of others.
Finding a middle path, where social media enhances rather than dominates the Ramadan experience, can help Muslims navigate faith in the digital world. Ramadan in the age of social media brings both opportunities and challenges. While it allows for greater connection and engagement, it also raises concerns about sincerity and public validation. By being mindful of our intentions and balancing online expression with personal spirituality, we can ensure that Ramadan remains a time of true devotion, reflection, and growth, both online and offline.
Thank you so much for watching. My special thanks goes to Team Arus. Wishing all of you a blessed Ramadan. See you.